If you do anything wrong in your life, and I find out about it, I'm gonna try to take everything away from you. And I don't care when I find out. Could be today, tomorrow, 15, 20 years from now. If I find out, you're f***ing dumb.
Did Dave Chappelle just accuse Katt Williams of having something to do with Wanda Smith's death? Few grab a seat, because this story is wild. According to insiders, Dave Chappelle is allegedly claiming that Katt's brutal roast of Wanda on her own show played a major role in her tragic downfall. Dave supposedly believes that the viral moment didn't just cost Wanda her job, it destroyed her comedy career and sent her into a spiral that she never recovered from. So let's break down exactly what went down between Katt and Wanda and why Dave's name is now being dragged into this messy situation. For anyone who doesn't remember, Katt Williams has been back in the headlines lately, and not for good reasons. It all started after the tragic passing of Reggie Carroll. Fans began side-eyeing Katt when reports surfaced that the house where Reggie was fatally shot was somehow tied to him. To make matters worse, the alleged shooter turned out to be one of Katt's own tour bodyguards. Katt hasn't made any official statement about Reggie's death yet, since the case is still under investigation. But earlier this week, he did show up on a talk show and made a pretty unexpected confession. He admitted that he regrets the jokes he used to make about Michael Jackson in his old comedy specials. Looking back, Katt said he wishes he'd never mocked MJ because, in his words, the people who funded and promoted those specials had a hidden agenda to make black men tear each other down for entertainment.
I shouldn't have, honestly. Some of these things are the reason that the enemy decides to go ahead and let you be famous. Is your ability to tear down your own kind, no matter how high they are.
But y'all, that little apology to Michael Jackson was all it took for fans to start dragging Katt Williams, calling him a straight-up hypocrite. People were quick to point out that if Katt was really out here trying to make amends, he owed a lot more folks an apology, and the main name that kept coming up was Wanda Smith. Let's rewind to September 2018. Back then, Katt and fellow comedian Red Grant stopped by Frank and Wanda in the morning to promote Red's comedy shows in Atlanta. What was supposed to be a chill promo interview turned into one of the most viral and chaotic moments in radio history. And for good reason, at first, everything was smooth, just regular talk about comedy and upcoming gigs. But things took a sharp left when Wanda decided to throw a little shade Katt's way. Katt, being Katt, wasn't about to let that slide. The tension really started building when he brought up Tiffany Haddish, questioning why she landed a massive Netflix deal despite, in his words, never doing a real stand-up tour or writing any standout material of her own. He doubled down, saying the industry often ignores truly talented black female comedians in favor of marketable faces like Tiffany, who he claimed was handpicked by Hollywood execs to appeal to white audiences. Wanda tried to defend Tiffany, saying she blew up because she's authentic, but that only fueled Katt more. He clapped back that Tiffany's success came down to two things: constantly talking about dating white men and having light skin. That's when things started to go completely off the rails.
Wherever you at under the sound of my voice, do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he abused her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't, and then now we're at Brad Pitt. So hey, you can say whatever you want. She said she got a disease for JJ. Don't nobody check for that. I support Linnell, Melanie Camacho, Miss Laura, all the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. It's no shade. The point is, we are in the only business where, as a black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything light-skinned.
All that talk about Tiffany Haddish had already stirred the pot between Wanda and Katt, and you could feel the tension building. Things took a turn for the awkward when Wanda tried to clap back by randomly asking Katt if he even knew how to cook for his kids.
Tell me some of the things that they're proud of, like Dad made some. You got the best spaghetti. You got the best steak. What do you have? Tell us what you cook.
As a father of 7 with an unlimited food budget, you can make whatever is necessary.
I said what they like.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I said what do they like?
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean Wanda knows she didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that she
Well,
did.
that's all right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
Bringing up Katt's kids turned out to be a huge mistake because from that moment on, Katt went all in. He roasted Wanda so hard the room could barely keep it together. For a moment, they both laughed like things were cooling off. But just when it seemed the tension had eased, Katt flipped the script and brought up Wanda's kids, turning the entire interview into a full-blown roast session.
How many kids you got, Wanda?
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Aren't boys simple? Aren't boys simple?
They can be. They can be.
Wanda knows she
I'm what?
She didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that you
Well,
didn't.
that's all right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys, yeah.
They like for me to cook. I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey,
they
right now,
love-
look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli, and tell me does it say heat up water?
Shut up.
That's the only step in broccoli. Heat up water.
Whatever.
Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you
whatever,
burn
hater.
broccoli?
Whatever,
You can't burn it because it's made in a pot of water.
At first, Wanda tried to laugh it off, but you could tell she was struggling to come up with a comeback. She tried flipping the script by bringing up Katt's past legal issues and even took a jab at his hair. But y'all know Katt, one of the sharpest comedians in the game. He was locked in and ready for every shot she fired.
Whatever.
Yes, ma'am. You good at heating stuff up.
You're good at telling us about what's going on.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell you. But I'm going to tell you at an arena named Phillips, and you going to tell me at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
That's right. True.
Tomorrow, be there.
All right.
Red Grant show, I know I'll be there. Don't
Be crazy. And help me get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station viewer.
Of course, Wanda wasn't going to let Katt walk away without throwing one last jab. She took another shot at his hair and even hinted that he might be on the DL, but Katt shut that down in seconds. Honestly, it was tough to watch Wanda getting roasted that hard on her own show.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me that.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600,
Whatever, little mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
And what
girl.
are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
Oh, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
Yes,
big in
ma'am.
prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it
yeah.
off. Prison and jail aren't.
Wanda couldn't handle the embarrassment, and from that point on, it was pure tension between her and Katt Williams. Things escalated quickly when Katt was later seen at Wanda's show at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Insiders say he originally showed up to support her, but everything went left after Wanda allegedly sent her husband and son to confront him with a weapon. According to reports, Wanda's husband flashed a gun at Katt, and security footage even captured the tense exchange between them right before her husband showed up. It was a whole mess. Police records later confirmed that Wanda's husband admitted to chasing Katt, but claimed he never pointed the gun, saying it just fell while he was running. A few days later, Wanda went on her radio show and said Katt only came by to humiliate her, insisting her husband was just trying to protect her. Fast forward a few months and Wanda was fired from the station. They never gave an official reason, but insiders whispered it had everything to do with that Lil Mama comment. Katt kept quiet for a while, but he finally spoke on it during an interview on Club Shay Shay. He claimed the tension with Wanda actually started before the cameras were even rolling, saying she had promised not to bring up his legal issues or his kids. But the moment he mentioned Tiffany Haddish, she went back on her word and dragged his kids into it.
In there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right, okay.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior.
Now, with fans urging Katt Williams to finally apologize to Wanda, rumors started swirling that Dave Chappelle spilled some serious tea about her passing. According to inside sources, Dave allegedly claimed that Katt's viral interview with Wanda played a major role in the downfall of her career. While Dave made it clear that Katt had no physical involvement in Wanda's death, he reportedly said that the on-air roasting marked the beginning of the end for her professionally. Not only did that heated exchange supposedly cost Wanda her radio job, but those Lil Mama jokes didn't sit right with Atlanta's Black LGBTQ+ community. Many people allegedly stopped showing up to her gigs in protest, and since Katt was the bigger star, it became almost impossible for her to bounce back. In trying to roast him on her own show, Wanda ended up showing she couldn't match his comedic firepower, and from that moment, everything changed. Dave Chappelle's alleged claims about Katt's role in Wanda's downfall had fans divided online. One person wrote, "I still stand with Katt Williams because Wanda came at him first. She started it, and he just finished it." Another said, "Wanda provoked him by going after his looks and his manhood. She started the fight, but couldn't handle the smoke." So, what do you think? Did Katt Williams' brutal roasting actually play a part in Wanda Smith's tragic end? Or did Dave Chappelle just get this one completely wrong? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and then check out this next video.